We decided that if justice is the approach or the thing that we want to concentrate on, we should also think not just about where we give the money or to what we give the money, but also how we give the money. A just process would be a process that's open, it's inclusive, it involves people building community, because that's the way we think that justice will be achieved. We don't need individual heroes to ride in and rescue our country. We need people to work together and to figure out how to work together to create justice.
We wanted to use the grant-making process as a vehicle for engaging and connecting the broader community on issues of racial justice and equity, and to advance racial justice and equity in our state.
When we talk about what we do in philanthropy, it's never just the dollars. It's our ability to convene people, bring people together to share and learn from each other. It's to provide technical assistance. And so this process is all about all of those things, focused on one particular issue, racial equity.
I think when you're trying to make a systemic change, that involving the community in that process is really a powerful way to make change. If you just have a group of people who are sitting in a room and making a decision who are not connected to the problem that you're trying to solve, I think that there's a lot more possibility of success if you have the entire community involved.
We really view the community as having a much deeper, more profound endowment of assets and resources for advancing racial justice in terms of their knowledge, their wisdom, their expertise, their social networks. And so this process was designed to bring to bear all of those resources, our collective community resources.
The traditional way of giving out grants leaves out people who have been lacking a voice in this process. It reinforces privilege. It doesn't create a more equitable society. And I think what Maine Initiatives is trying to do is break open that system.
This has just blown that whole process up, where you have a huge group of community members. We spent a day of training and they committed to that, so there's a huge level of commitment. And we're in it together to create a process. So it's much more fluid and dynamic and bigger than anything that I've participated in.
One of the things that we wanted to do in bringing together a cross-class, cross-cultural grant-making committee was bring people together who don't typically find themselves at the same table, and use this process as a way of building the relationships and the social capital within our community.
We had all the population, all the community represented in the room. We had white people, we had black people into one room, and it was really well represented.
This kind of social change needs to be happening at all times, and the system needs to be rebuilding itself. And what better way than to have people come together and debate that as people, and actually go back to the communities, maybe with ideas that they never had, because they just didn't have opportunities to really discuss the issue to such complexity that we are having the opportunity to do these past 2 days.
Overall, the goals of this project were to bring people together around the topics of racial justice and racial equity, and to make thoughtful, community wisdom-driven decisions about who our cohort of grantees should be. All of that happened.
I think it was very successful. It'll only get better.